Check, 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 check. So I've gone over a touch of race this past playlist, and my majority is 35% Nordic. As if you were to draw a Mason-Dixon in continental Scandinavia, the top half, the north half, say, part of the Nordic Circle, or the North Pole portion of the section, planet Earth, globe, is my majority race, 35%, and I identify with the ethnic Swedish. It was 1790 AD, New York, New York, Ellis Isle, where a Swedish immigrant from Stockholm, Royal Isle, Sweden, showed up in 1790 AD, and they changed his name to Gunsmith Jones, asked him to build weapons, stone powder, pistols, and like cowboy sort of, and gave him whiskey and moved him along his way with his position and his favorite drink. He purchased a 10,000 square foot parcel of property in New London City during his lifetime, had a kid named Toole, who had a kid named Werner, who had a kid named Silva, who had a kid named Ricky, who had me. Now that's 6 generations later, from 1790 AD, Stockholm, Sweden, to Ellis Isle, New York, New York. It's just a bit of touch of race and royalty portion, and quickly I could go over the other majority percents. There was 25 point some, or say 28 point some, Native American Indigenous, USA, Connecticut, West Virginia, New World werewolves. In 1642, Columbus was set back into Britannia and gave descriptions of indigenous Americans, and they were drawn as cartoon beast creatures such as werewolves. So that race was later transcribed to Mohegan. I'm 15.75%. And Cherokee, which is 12.5%. The nextly is a Scottish Caucasian, 25% full, Scottish Caucasian plain white bread Blanco, and finally it's a 12.5% non-Germanic indigenous Swiss. My great-grandmother was captured by Nazi Holocaust Germany in Switzerland. She was born in Switzerland in 1908. Her last name Hoffman. She was Albert Hoffman, the Swiss chemist, inventor worker of Sandoz, who was born in 1908 or 1906. I get them confused. They're related. They lived in the same commune until Albert went to work for Sandoz, and Phoebe was captured by America and brought to New York, where she worked in Manhattan for about 50 years, investing in the Trumps and the Hiltons late in life, feeling secure for her family's wealth of the future. I knew her from 1990 to 2008. So there was 12.5% indigenous Swiss, the non-Germanic indigenous Swiss, also known as Nephilium or Aryan, starting with a 35% Nordic, 28 point some Native American, which is Mohegan, 15.75, Cherokee, 12.5, and 25% Caucasian Scottish, white bread, white Scottish, Caucasian, plain, Blanco, however you say, ordinary, normal. So Nordic, Scottish, Mohegan, Cherokee, and non-Germanic indigenous Swiss, also known as Nephilium or Aryan of Switzerland. So that's that, and we did a little bit of royalty portions as far as the Swedes, and a bit of royalty portions as far as the Swiss, as far as